Hey, this is Gene from the Assisted Living Network. I'm going to give you 3 signs that it's time for someone to move into assisted living. Number 1, they need it. It's not a want, it's a need. A lot of times when somebody moves into assisted living, it's because there was an event. Maybe they fell, bruised a hip, went into the doctors, took an x-ray, and the doctors say, well, they could fall again. And if they do, who's going to be there in the home to see it and pick them up or bring them in or call 911? Many times that right there is the first inclination that the kids who are 50 and 60 really get it that mom and dad need more supervision. It's not just they're getting a little older, a little forgetful, but they could trip over the carpet. They could get up in the middle of the night and their leg is asleep, and when they go to the floor, one of the legs gives out and they fall down. And when they get back up, when they work their way back up in the edge of the bed, they crack a rib on the footboard. That's exactly what happened to my mother. That was the transition point. She was doing pretty well and she was taking care of herself for the most part, but one night she was getting out of bed and she fell, and as she was getting back up, she leaned against and cracked her rib on the footboard. Cracked rib at any age is hard. When you're elderly, that's a really difficult one. Really, she sat in a chair in the front room for a couple of months healing, and that's what it came down to. So mobility issues, are they tripping, are they falling? Is there more activities that they can't do? Not just slowing down a little bit, not playing tennis anymore, but turn to pickleball, but I mean really slowing down to the point where they need a cane, a walker, even a wheelchair. So the physical activity. The second sign is that they're lonely. They're at home, they're alone, they're not engaged anymore. You know, a lot of times, and you've heard this statistic, don't retire because within 3 years you're dead. Hey, we're all going to die, but it doesn't have to be 3 years after you retire. It's a matter of slowing down in the mind, the activities. If there's nothing stimulating them, if they're all alone at home, what's going to stimulate them? Reruns? The AMC movie channel? I mean, I enjoy an Alfred Hitchcock movie myself once in a while. Doesn't mean I need to see it 58 times in a row the same day. So neither do they. They need to be engaged. And a lot of times it just comes down to communication. Sometimes they need to do something where they're giving. They're part of a community where they're giving. They can volunteer. They can do things and help others. Maybe it's at the kindergarten. Maybe it's at church. Maybe it's something else that they can give and do. But if you find that their social engagement has dramatically decreased, they're quieter, they're staying in, they don't leave the house anymore. It could be the physical mobility that's a challenge, so that turns into the social constriction, that social isolation. So the need for community is probably even more important than the physical, but we usually think of that secondarily. Third one is, are they meeting their own needs when it comes to medication, when it comes to food, when it comes to taking care of themselves? Those kind of personal functions are what we call activities of daily living. When they start to need help with those things, well, you know that it's getting close to time. Let's talk the obvious one, medication management. Frankly, it can get a little confusing. If there's 6 bottles of pills, they all look the same on the outside. Their eyesight isn't so good, they can't really see what's on the inside. So they do their best, but those child-proof locks are hard for anybody other than a child. So they may have a hard time even getting the medication out, so they don't take it because. Or if it comes out and it spills, then did they take it, did they not? And they all look the same, so which one is this and which one is that? Medication management sounds simple to you and I, with a vitamin here or there, but for them, with a series of them in different times of the day and days of the week, medication management, food. You and I know that we eat when we're hungry. Some of us eat when we're not hungry, but sometimes they eat and they forget to eat, or they eat and forgot that they ate and they eat again. Or they're cooking their own food and they cook the food and leave it in the pot, and then the next day they heat it up again on the stove even though it's sat overnight. Not sanitary, not healthy. Or they're using utensils that don't make sense, like a plastic coffee jug on the fire-burning stove, the gas stove with open flame. That's just a hazard, a death trap waiting to happen. So those are the signs when somebody can't take care of themselves. Maybe they're not bathing the way they should. Maybe their clothes haven't been cleaned. They have 2 outfits that they wear. One they wear and then they wash the other. And then when they change that, they put it in the washer. If they're not able to take care of themselves physically with bathing and brushing their teeth and so on, or the food, either too much or too little, or here's another one, water, liquid, dehydration. Seniors many times just simply stop drinking liquid. Why? Because they don't want to have to go to the bathroom. It's a pain, it's a hard thing to get up and to go. It may be a problem for other reasons too, but that dehydration can set in. All of these things are signs that it's time for that senior to move into assisted living. They may need just a little bit of help, and they may be moving in a little bit early. But frankly, I have never, ever had somebody move into our home saying, I wish I waited. I wish I waited 6 months or a year longer. I've had many people say, I wish I moved mom in sooner. I wish I brought dad here a lot sooner because there's friends, he's comfortable, he's having fun, he's doing better. We've even had some people move into our assisted living home and get so good, so healthy that they moved home. And that's a wonderful thing. Now, there are signs. I gave you 3, 4, 5, but you know it in your heart when it's the right time. And if you're looking for a place, go see it and visit it and see who's there and see if it's a good fit within the community. 3 signs if mom or dad or a loved one is ready for assisted living. This is Gene from the Assisted Living Network saying do good and do well. If you like what you've seen and heard, please subscribe.